dealing with a good thriller in Bollywood can make two outcomes only. Makers either choose to do a remake of Southern industry or some foreign film in a pretty worst possible way, or audience directly reject it immediately. Exceptions cannot be the example here, and after hitting into the OTTs, people suddenly declared them as underrated. Last year, while watching Tumbar on the big screens, I remember I saw the teaser of the film called Crazy. The way it was presented, I made my mind then and there to watch it, and hope that people will definitely watch this kind of projects in future. While the re-release events of the films occur, there's no way that the audience will reject the good content in future. But sadly, I didn't find the traction or enthusiasm among the people towards the recently released movies in the theaters. And I realize these re-release hits are just to get the tag of I watched this and out of FOMO. Neglection will always be there, and people come and write about some artists, bechara, and do the same with them or others. Just an angry rant on the current scenario which I can't neglect. Girish Kohli written and directed film Crazy starrer Sohum Shah was a pure wild ride. Story of a doctor named Abhimanyu Sood who's been dealing with his personal turmoils, and in between his daughter has been kidnapped. The kind of situations this man faced to get the ransom amount to the kidnapper forms the basic narrative of this film. Such fresh product in thriller genre, I think I have watched something similar tension in The Action Hero or The Merry Christmas. Just a 93 minutes duration where the director creates an inception of situations. The pre-release materials were absolutely menacing. The quality of the teaser, the trailer, the songs, even the posters, everything hints us for a pure content. After a long take intro of the protagonist, this movie shifts its gear according to the narration, slowly getting into the world, and my god, when it's totally in, just chaos. I'm amazed by the portrayal of interpersonal relationship in this movie. Just verbal, where most of the characters not even seen in the movie physically, but how beautifully they have been showcased here. So much so, I personally feel their emotions after their establishment. Such a writing gold this is. The cinematography just aced the whole narrative, especially the camera work. Every sort of positions they have tried to portray the mental state of the character. The color grading initially I feel was a bit down, maybe because of the screen of the theater where I watched, but the palette was absolutely outstanding as the film went on. Although the music designing of this movie were crafted very wisely, music director Harshvardhan Rameshwar, you guys have definitely heard him in Animal, Ravanasura, Kabir Singh or Arjun Reddy, done an exceptional job here. His designing uplifts the nail-biting sequences more. Cult songs like 1984 movie Inqilab and 1998 Satya, Abhimanyu Chakravyuh mein phas gaya hai tu and Goli Maar Bheje mein has placed here beautifully. From the beginning to the end, Sohum Shah was on focus and only character that has been presented physically. And the range this man shows throughout the duration was exceptional. The kind of emotional turmoil this character Abhimanyu Sood deals with, at a point it felt suffocated. There has a scene where Abhimanyu's car got punctured. Man, that total scene was cinematic gold. How that scene squeeze out from the character and test the patience of him, absolutely edge of the seat moment. The kind of emotional roller coaster ride this movie maintains from the very first minute was beyond the imagination. But in the first half, I believe, the editing was not suiting the background or the situations. But initially this movie was taking its time to arrange the situations in front of us. Probably that's why the director intentionally designed those scenes without rapid cuts. The kind of Tarantino-ish vibe this movie maintains throughout the narrative is a very unique thing in the Bollywood. The director created some sort of situations that looks like a total maze. One after another, the Chakraview was so real. A thriller is only be remembered if the climax of it is satisfied. The director of these kind of thrillers always left the clues in the narration and reveal it in the end. Crazy is not an exception here. The kind of climax the director designed was unhinged but pure from its intention. He conveyed a message with it beautifully. There can be many interpretations of the ending, but the makers hold their prism to the protagonist and conclude it was the best decision. A very well made thriller after so long in Bollywood. Hope the people will celebrate it in the big screens because this deserves to be. Oh, one thing I noticed while watching back to back two movies, the recent court case on excessive theatre commercials actually works. They started both the movies within 8 to 9 minutes of the mentioned showtime, which is a relief. Hope they will maintain the same in future. Nobody wants to waste their time in there. Let me know your point of view on all these. The comment section is all yours. Meet you guys with the new video on the soulful Superboys of Malegaon very soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you at the point of view.